Everyone thought I had run away from home. Then I came back with the police, and the truth came with me. I should have seen it coming. But I didn't. Or maybe I did. Maybe I just didn't want to. The thing that finally broke me wasn't the yelling. It wasn't the lies. It wasn't even the money that kept disappearing from our joint account every few weeks. It was a $12 toaster. A cheap one from the dollar store. I'd spent 20 minutes comparing prices because I counted pennies that week. Literally. I had sat at the kitchen table sorting coins into little piles while trying to figure out how to stretch groceries until Friday. When I brought the toaster home, he laughed. Actually laughed. "That's what you bought?" he said. I looked up from unpacking it. We needed one. We needed one that works. It does work. It looks like trash. Then he picked up the receipt and tossed it into the sink full of dirty dishes. Something inside me shifted. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just enough. Enough is enough. I didn't argue. That surprised him. Usually there would be another round of insults. Another exhausting conversation that went nowhere. Instead, I finished putting away groceries. The next morning, I drove the kids to school. Just like always. I stopped at Target afterward and bought laundry detergent, paper towels, and a notebook. Nothing unusual. Nothing suspicious. I smiled at the cashier. Went home. Made dinner. Folded clothes. Listened to him complain about everything from gas prices to the temperature of his coffee. And inside my head, a decision quietly settled into place. He'd done this before. Not the first time. The insults. The threats. The financial games. The way he would make me question my own memory. My own judgment. My own reality. For years I kept telling myself things would improve. That stress was making him act this way. That once money got better, everything else would too. Money never got better. Neither did he. That night, after everyone went to sleep, I opened the notebook. I started writing dates, events, conversations, bank withdrawals, screenshots, photos, every detail I could remember. Not because I wanted revenge, but because I wanted proof. For the next 6 weeks I became very quiet. He mistook that for weakness. That was his mistake. I continued school drop-offs, Target runs, dollar store purchases, soccer practices, parent-teacher meetings. Everything looked normal from the outside. Meanwhile, I was building a file. Bank statements, messages, recordings where legally permitted, copies stored in multiple places. I learned quickly that truth becomes much stronger when it's organized. One evening he came home late. "Where were you?" I asked. "Out." "Out where?" He shrugged. "Does it matter?" The old version of me would have kept asking. Instead I simply nodded. No. That answer seemed to bother him more than any argument ever had. Weeks passed. The pressure inside the house kept building. One morning I discovered another withdrawal from our account. Nearly $600. Money meant for rent. When I asked about it, he stared at me like I was the problem. "Stop acting crazy." Crazy. That word. He loved that word. Used it whenever facts became inconvenient. I looked at the balance. Then at him. And something became crystal clear. I was done asking permission to be treated like a human being. The next day while he was at work, I made several calls. One to an attorney. One to a local support organization. One to the police department's non-emergency line. Not because I was afraid of him becoming violent that day. Because I finally understood that waiting for things to get worse wasn't a plan. Preparation was. 3 days later I left. Not forever. Not dramatically. I packed essentials. Took the kids. Stayed somewhere safe. Left a short note. Nothing emotional. Nothing angry. Just facts. For 2 days my phone exploded. Calls. Texts. Voicemails. Family members demanding answers. Friends repeating rumors. Apparently he had told everyone I ran away. That I abandoned the family. That I had some kind of breakdown. By the end of the second day, almost everyone believed him. Honestly, I wasn't surprised. He was good at controlling narratives. Until evidence entered the conversation. The following Monday was the day everything changed. I arrived back at the house. Not alone. A police officer stood beside me. An attorney had advised me to retrieve additional property and documents with official presence. So that's exactly what I did. No drama. No shouting. No scene. Just procedure. His face changed the moment he saw the officer. Then it changed again when he realized I wasn't there to argue. I was there with paperwork, documentation, records, proof. The officer remained calm, professional, neutral, while I collected my things. At one point he tried explaining himself, tried turning everyone against me again. But facts are stubborn things, and stacks of evidence are difficult to talk over, especially when multiple people are looking at them. The silence that followed was unlike anything I'd heard before. For years he'd controlled every conversation. Now the truth was speaking for itself. I didn't need to raise my voice. I didn't need to win an argument. I only needed to tell the truth. The rest handled itself. The months afterward weren't easy. I wish they were. There were legal fees, budget spreadsheets, stressful nights, moments when I questioned everything. I still counted pennies some weeks, still worried about bills, still sat in parking lots calculating whether groceries could wait another day. But something had changed. The fear was gone. The confusion was gone. The constant feeling of walking on broken glass was gone. For the first time in years, peace existed inside my own home. A small apartment replaced the house. Second-hand furniture replaced matching sets. The kids and I ate frozen pizza on folding chairs during our first week there. And somehow it felt like luxury. Because nobody was mocking us. Nobody was controlling us. Nobody was rewriting reality. One evening my daughter looked around the apartment and smiled. "It's quiet here." I smiled too. Yeah. It was. Not perfect. Not fancy. Not easy. But honest. And after everything that happened, honesty felt priceless. People eventually learned the truth. Some apologized. Some didn't. I stopped needing them to.